in a distant and second-hand set of dimensions, in an astral plane that was never meant to fly, the curling star mists waver and part. Great Atuin, the turtle, comes, swimming slowly through the interstellar gulf. His huge and ancient... Sorry, could you turn it down a bit? I can't hear anything but bloody kazoos! Thank you. Right. His huge and ancient shell pocked with... No, sod it, no, I'm out. No, I told you. No, I'm done, mate. No, I'm done. If I hear another bloody kazoo, I'm going to shove it so far up, it's going to need a proctologist. No, I don't care that they're a modern masterpiece of musical engineering.
The first Discworld novel I read was The Colour of Magic. I remember my brother bought me the first three, and he's actually, Nick, he was the brother that introduced me to playing Dungeons & Dragons, so I think he liked his fantasy, and that got me into the world. So that was my first delve into the world.
It was something when I first started and we were told you can pitch games to management and see if anyone likes it. It's like, I went away and tried to figure out how to make 2D20 work with Discworld. I spent a few nights where I couldn't sleep just writing notes down and things like that. And then when I heard that we actually had the license, before I could even put together a pitch, I was like, I have ideas. I would like to be involved in this. And then coming back off paternity leave to be told you are the lead on Discworld was like, oh, okay, here we go. That was an incredible moment. Dream job.
My work with Modiphius started with just an email down from Chris Birch, and I have to tell you that I get a lot of emails from a lot of people, and they hit, and sometimes, no disrespect to anybody, but it has to be the right email at the right time. And hang on, Modiphius, I know that name. This is worth a reply, and instantly started up a conversation with Chris via email, and we haven't looked back. It was obvious that Modiphius got Terry, they got Discworld. It was a great team, and here we are today.
Sam Vimes and Granny Weatherwax are my favourite characters, largely because they are kind of thematic mirror, like they are the male and female version of the same character, right? Like there is a darkness in both of them, but they spend their entire life with an iron grip on that darkness, never, ever, ever letting it do anything, right? And it's that kind of constant struggle of being, it's Granny Weatherwax sums up best, where it's like nice isn't good, right? Or good isn't nice is perhaps a better way around to put it, where like you can be a good person, but that's not the same as being a nice person. And you can have nice people that are still bad, you know? And both of those characters kind of get into that for me.
Discworld has a very specific tone, and it's something that our products, I think, do quite well, is getting across that tone, being able to read a thing and be like, oh, this is Star Trek, oh, this is Fallout. Getting that feel like this is Discworld purely from reading it, I think that's been the biggest challenge, and I hope we've done it. I hope we've done it justice.
The Modiphius team know Discworld so incredibly well that I don't need to lead them through that. They know it. So for me, it's really exciting that what they present to us is already so seeped in Discworld that it's a joy to read and to see everything that they're doing.
When we were first thinking about doing a pitch for it, I looked into 2D20 because in-house system, trying to use that. And then when I was told, like, you have, like, not creative control, but like you pitch us what you think would work, and went away and put the different briefs together for like the very sort of broad picture how we could do this. It very quickly became apparent that for something like Discworld, it really needed its own system. Like you could build on other systems, absolutely, but to really get across the essence of Discworld, something specific, something that felt purely it, was where we really wanted to take that direction.
With Discworld, it's not a game where there are rules about being funny. It's, I think, what the team have been able to do is create this negative space that sucks the humour into it, that just naturally lets people be funny, because you can't push them to be funny. There's no rule that you can make up that will keep people being funny for several hours of gameplay.
Our intent was to make a system that actually facilitated those jokes and gave you opportunities to make puns and jokes and humour, then not have the system get in the way. So that's what we've tried to create, right? Is a system that sets you up to make jokes, sets you up to embrace the slightly sideways and slightly skew-with vision of Discworld, and then just we get out your way.
So it's Adventures in Ankh-Morpork. So it's in Ankh-Morpork, unsurprisingly. It's the setting itself for fans of the series. It's just before Thud and going postal. So it's the turn of the century of the anchovy, the end of the century of the fruit bat. That is where we have focused in on our setting for Ankh-Morpork, because that's when it's at its, like, I'm not going to say best, because I don't think Ankh-Morpork is ever at its best, but that's when we've got the most knowledge about it. That's when, like, most of the books are set or leading up to that point, and it's got some really interesting plot hooks. So you've got things like the anniversary of Coombe Valley coming up. You've got the start of the Industrial Revolution, with moving pictures having already happened and going postal about to happen. So you've got the clacks around and how that is changing the way that people view the world. The fact that you can send a shrimp from Ankh-Morpork to Genua and things like that. It's a really interesting time and a time of flux for Ankh-Morpork. We want players to be able to jump into that and make their own little stories.
Think about what books you want to draw inspiration from. So whenever we're writing adventures for the game, like we have one in the Quick Start, obviously, we have a couple in the core book, and then we have some in the adventure book, which is going to be in the pledges day one. And at the start of each adventure, we are sort of giving a suggested reading list of like 3 or 4 books to sort of say, okay, these books kind of deal with the themes and the ideas that are going to be covered in this adventure. So if you want to capture that properly, maybe have a reread of these books, or just have a quick wiki, or, you know, just have a read of them again, look them up.
This isn't going to be an epic Game of Thrones inter-house, inter-Niside warfare and stabbing in the back. Well, unless you choose assassins, but that's on you. This is silly. Like, the Discworld novels are beautiful and amazing and silly. They have their serious moments, and they have their silly moments, and my advice would be embrace both of those. Don't try to make it something it's not.
Everything I've seen of the game so far excites me. I can't wait to play test it. I can't wait for everybody around me to play test it. I just want to see it now in action. I want it out there in the world. I want that feedback. Everything I've read and everything we've seen being played, it's so Discworld. I know Terry would be absolutely thrilled.
Nice. Nice and easy.